I'll do it. And we are live, and well, RCB registered their first win of the season. For those of you who weren't there in the mid innings, we did actually all go in and say that the Punjab Kings just did not have enough runs. And well, RCB ended up getting their first win, despite I will say, the middle overs kind of the choke that was applied by Punjab Kings. The spinners did very well, but in the depth really was I think where all the undoing happened. 36 needed of three. You think one tight over was all that the Punjab Kings might have needed to make a match out of it? You didn't even get one tight over. In fact, you didn't even get three full overs. It was done three balls of the final over.
Yeah, I mean, see, what was the strongest suit of both the teams if we compare it with them? Punjab Kings, they're death bowling, primarily because of Arshdeep, right? That didn't work. What was the strongest suit in the RCB setup? The batting. That almost didn't work. But today you had DK, you had a Mahipal Lomror who became the impact sub. The depth helped RCB today, also helped also by the fact that Virat Kohli laid the foundation for them. In a chase, we know you can't question Virat Kohli, his strike rate, his ability, and everything in that sense. But the strongest suit of RCB today
Wait a minute,
almost
wait,
threatened to derail them.
am I hearing am I hearing everything correctly? Did Siddharth just say you can't question Virat Kohli's strike rate in a chase? You mean he bats differently in a chase? He bats differently when he's batting first.
Yes, as an opener, yes, definitely is. Definitely.
I
Because
would
it's
want you to
because evident.
no, go back and produce facts, produce enough data to support that argument that his strike rate is different when he's batting first and his strike rate is different when he's chasing. Do you have data to support that?
Right now, collating wise, no, at this point I don't have. But on the top of my mind, I can talk about three instances. Three instances. One, if you looked at the previous, 2 seasons ago, his knock versus GT, when he hit a 50, that was while batting first, 59 or 54 balls. Look at how that was in 2022. It was batting first, and RCB were well short. Chasing, if you look at it, 2023, and also now, look at the previous match that RCB played, 21 of 20 against Chennai Super Kings, batting first, and here chasing, he got off the blocks like a train. 30, he just slowed down a tad bit in the middle overs, but then he had laid the foundation. Faf went, he was going great guns at that time.
No, no,
There is
that
I
the
don't know.
was
real
I
the
don't
Virat
think
Kohli.
I don't think he slowed down in the middle overs. Not a chance. The ones who I would blame today
A
for the
tad,
middle.
I'm saying.
No,
I mean,
no,
see, he
no,
has
no,
a
no.
strike rate of
Tad, I mean,
41,
Tad, he's
90,
saying.
200.
I mean, Tad, of course, he would slow down. Look
He
at who
got
all
him to
was there.
170.
But that's not the point. The point is the middle
180 to
order of the
170.
players. Whether it be Maxwell, whether it be Rajat Patidar, whether it be even Anuj Rawat, were all playing at strike rates under 100. What's Virat's fault in this?
I just want to say
I'm not,
that on a
again, this is
day,
misinterpretation. I'm not saying it is Virat's fault. He slowed down a tad and then he accelerated again. From 190 to come to 170, a tad. That is the difference I am saying. It's not a dramatic dip. In
no,
a
so what he's
batting
Hmm.
saying,
first
even
situation, you
even
can't set the
even when you're
tempo.
saying no, Siddharth, please, even when you're saying slow down a bit, Tad, what is it? It's a video game that, he continues to play at one situation that he cannot slow down a tad in a particular situation. The best of batters will have ups and downs in whichever way they play, right? I don't think it's even worth pointing
But
out that he slowed down a bit, Tad. I
Hmm.
don't think it's even worth pointing
but
out
why is
that
it
he's
being
finished.
interpreted in a negative way? It is not a negative connotation. He played
No,
according to
but
the situation.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
What is
But
negative
it's
in
not
that?
even worthy of being pointed out. It's not even worthy of being pointed out. I think today, out of all the days, if, I mean, RCB have won, so a lot of those things will not be looked at seriously. But I think the problem lies with these players who get a lot of money in Glenn Maxwell. they need to step up. In a Faf to Plessis, they need to step up. All these guys really need to step up. You cannot have a Virat Kohli single-handedly win them the game. Today they could have lost. Good on Dinesh Karthik, and I think we'll talk about his comeback as such. He's not been playing regular cricket, how good he's been. But Virat Kohli, and I'd want to see, this is why I'm taking you back to that situation, Siddharth, when you pointed out his strike rate in the previous game. It's not that Virat Kohli cannot accelerate to this strike rate, but you have to understand the situation of the match. That situation of the game was such that he needed to play like that. Today, the situation was different. He could adapt himself to different situation the way they were batting. It if there are wickets falling at the other end continuously, he needed to adapt. Today also, when you're talking about him slowing down, was the phase when wickets were falling at the other end. So he needed to adapt. But that's why I'm saying that's an adaptation. That is exactly what he was doing in
But
first game.
a
He
totally
would have.
different situation. In the mid innings,
That's what I'm saying.
we pointed
Different
out.
situation. That is why he had to adapt. No, my point is everything cannot be mechanical. If everything is going to be mechanical, let's look at the amount of strike rate that a person has. Then you don't need analysis. Then you don't need you and I to be watching a game and analyzing. Then we let just put the stats into the blender, and with the blender the analysis will come out. The reason you and I we all sit to analyze is to put into perspective that a certain day a 120 strike rate is good, a certain day 100 strike rate is good, a certain day 150 strike rate is not good enough. That's what our job is. I think this is exactly what he was trying to do first game. Wickets were falling. He didn't get too many chances in the power play. When he got his chances, he was trying to accelerate. He hit a boundary before that, got caught out while trying to hit another boundary. Another day that strike rate could have reached another 30, 130. He could have pushed his team there. Didn't happen. Today it did happen, so it looks good. But I think
But
every time.
it is again if and but. It's a different situation, and we are mixing both of those up. Batting first is a problem, but today in the mid innings we discussed it that while chasing, you can't fault a Virat Kohli knock today if he gets RCB over the line. Today also look at the strike rate. He batted according to the situation, accelerated in the power play because he knew what the target was in front. Always, whenever it is Virat Kohli while chasing, we can't fault it. Never. I mean, it's a very rare thing. Today also, I mean, let me be very honest about it. A certain Johnny Bairstow will have to answer up. Because had he taken that catch, and the luck factor played again in Virat Kohli's favor, and this is a fact, I'm not making it up. It's a fact. He capitalized on it, rode his luck. What's wrong in it? Nothing wrong. RCB won the game. Great knock today. Absolutely no complaints about his strike rate today. The approach that he had today, zero complaints whatsoever.
Yeah,
But
tell
while
me one
batting
knock.
first,
Yeah.
that's a
Why
problem.
is it? Tell me one knock where there is not a drop catch or something. There are very few chanceless knocks. Take out any knock from any part of history. There are very few chanceless knocks. Yesterday, Rohit Sharma got you that. He was also, I think, dropped for a zero or something like that, right? We're not
Yeah.
discussing that he was dropped for a zero. So drop catches, not drop catches, you can't put that down to luck. It's part of the game. There are, by the way, you remember that there was a phase in Virat Kohli's career where the best ball he was getting, he's gone through that unlucky phase as well, where if you remember, Mr. Gavaskar on Sports Today itself in our interaction said that it's not that he's making any mistake, it's not that he's out of form, it's just that one good ball is coming with his name on it and he's getting out. So he's endured that time as well. If he endures a drop catch here and there, he's not a lone person that gets
Yeah.
that. There's everyone else. So I think we're doing a disservice to Virat to be talking about a drop catch, to be talking about his strike rate today. Today, he single-handedly has taken RCB across the line. The only other person, yes, Lomro played a cameo. Yes, Dinesh Karthik played a cameo, but the man responsible for RCB winning is Virat Kohli. And I've seen, if you remember, there were a lot of chat in our comment section previous game as well, where people pointed out that he cannot be batting at that strike rate. That will always be a problem. I think if ever there was an answer about Virat Kohli and his strike rate, I think he's given you, might I add, on a tough pitch. Let's be honest, we all got it wrong. Even in a mid-inning show where we thought that it was going to be, it was a below par total for Punjab. It wasn't. let's give credit to where credit is due, that I don't think it was the best possible pitch. This is something we had mentioned in the previous show, where it said it was double paced, and I think it did play out like that. It wasn't easy. So Punjab did their best to reach there, and in a situation like that, to be striking at 150, if anyone had doubts or questioned Virat Kohli's position because of his strike rate, I think there was no better answer than the knock that we saw today.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, see,
Because
there was no question marks over, how it is that he was playing today. None. If anything, I will question what exactly the rest of the middle order was doing, and that includes the path. I know top order bad, but he was looking terrible. Maxwell doing Maxwell things. I think Harpreet Brar has now got him out 4 or 5 times.
4 times
If my
in
memory
20
serves me
balls.
right. 4 times, yeah. 4 times in 24 balls. And we know with Maxwell, he tends to always look to attack spinners thinking dessert, but then he ends up getting his checks cashed. So that was another thing with him. More often than not, he looked to attack the spinner, range his shot, and then just get out. Same with him. Rajat Patidar, I think he's carried over his test match form into the IPL this year. He looked like a walking wicket always during the test series against England. Here also, he's not looked much better. I'm not saying walking wicket, but again, this is the same Patidar who came in and looked like a transformative player for the middle order of RCB. You didn't see that at all. Cam Green, another one, not justifying the hype, making the question to trade him from MI look dumber and dumber by the day. So I don't know.
But I think we've got to extend the same courtesy that we do to, let's say, Virat over here. Faf is in that opening door, the aggressor. Let's all accept it. We all know it. There's numbers to prove that. He gave you the start, and that, by the way, in the previous match allowed Virat to play at the pace that he did play. If there's one saving grace, let's say, for that Virat Kohli innings in the previous match, and that was also, by the way, playing to the situation. And the situation was that not the other person needs to attack when there's runs flowing from the opposite end. So that's the role that Faf plays. And today as well, he looked rusty, didn't get those runs. But to say that, to put, let's say, Faf in the same bracket as the rest of the middle order, which comprises of somebody like a Maxwell, somebody like a Patidar, I think will be unfair at the point, because let's be honest, this team plays around Virat. There's no two hidden secrets about it. Everyone knows that the team has functioned in a way. Whether it's worked or not, that's for RCB to decide and mull over. But they're fine weaving around Virat Kohli. It's a philosophy that they believe in. And Faf du Plessis has been, over the last couple of seasons, been that he's played that complementary role, let's say. So at times he'll be a hit, and when he's a hit, then Virat can operate at the strike rate, let's say, that was that he was at in the previous match. Acceptable or not is another debate altogether, but there will be days like today as well where Faf will not get the runs.
No, but Faf has been one of the most
Absolutely.
consistent batters. Yeah, he'll have to get runs.
2023, he was one of the leading
Yeah,
getters for RCB,
yeah,
leading run getters.
exactly. He has to get runs.
But
And question,
can't
see,
be every season. Can't be every season. And
no,
it
but
can't
then
be every innings
when you're
also.
playing him, you have to have every, if you have to have every season. If you're a Faf
But
du
then
Plessis,
then you can have the
if you're a
same
Virat
argument for
Kohli,
Virat Kohli in terms of his
if you
strike rate as well.
you are a Virat Kohli, if you are a Faf du Plessis, if you are a Rohit Sharma, if you are Hardik Pandya, expectations are going to be there from you. It can't be one season not, you get runs or not. Faf will have to step up. That's their strength. We all knew what is their strength with RCB. Everyone knew when Siddharth's favorite this thing, Opal and Nyare, or whatever he comes up with. Nobody really knows. But the top guys really need to step up. In which case, Faf has to step up every, if not, of course, not every game, every second game. You know, Virat Kohli will have to step up. Cam Green will have to step up. Glenn Maxwell will have to step up. I might even add a Rajat Patidar. He comes with a lot of
Oh, yeah.
expectations. He's been playing there for a long time. There were question marks that started during his test series, and we all thought, okay, maybe all that pressure, test cricket, I think T20 cricket is more the area that he'll excel in, and he has been doing well. But now there are expectations. He is no more a newbie, where earlier he came, he had 5 misses but one hit, and we all went gaga. That works when you're a newcomer. When you've been playing for some time, now there are expectations from you. You'll have to step up. It's their batting that can help them. It's never going to be their bowling. Today, I might add, and I think, I mean, to be fair, it's not a great pick, but I think Punjab were 10-15 run short. They should have got those 10-15 more runs. Not the greatest of pitch. Should have got 10-15
Yeah.
more runs. Because if they had got that 10-15, I don't think RCB were chasing it. Anyway, what RCB has got is a bonus. Nobody expected this out of a Dinesh Karthik. Truth be told, he's coming off not a great last IPL. He's coming off a time where he's not playing regular cricket. He's doing regular commentary more than playing cricket. All of that put together, I don't think even Dinesh Karthik, even the staunchest of Dinesh Karthik supporters thought he'll pull it off. He did well. But to that, I will add the only downside if you're an Indian fan is going to be Arshdeep's form. Why I say that? I know
Yeah.
not too many runs. I know not too many runs, but this is a role that he will have to be doing for the Indian team. I'm looking at it from the Indian team point of view. Arshdeep Singh is your designated death bowler. Arshdeep, you can talk about Harshal. I know he got hammered too, but Harshal is no more part of the scheme of things when it comes to the Indian team. Arshdeep is. So Arshdeep will have to be a notch above Harshal Patel. Arshdeep will have situation like this going forward for Indian cricket where he'll have to defend 12, 13, 14 runs and over, and will have to do it at a consistent basis. I know in T20 cricket you might say it's not too much, but he'll have to do it. So he needs to find that skill set where he defends this total. I think that's for the larger picture of Indian cricket.
Yeah.
That's an area of concern.
And
We
surprisingly,
missed
the
out on
18th
one
over,
thing really. You go on
the
first, sir.
yeah, the 18th over. I mean, you normally look at Arshdeep Singh, if you look at it, what, the wide Yorker or the straight Yorker close to the stumps. Today he ended up with two slot balls, and Mahipal Lomror hit him for a 6 and a 4. And even when he had defended 10, and that 18th over, unfortunately, what happened? The equation was brought down to such an extent that 10 of 6, the Arshdeep of old, could have defended with his variations. Here he missed it because DK could easily scoop one to fine leg, and the match was done. He's missing his lengths, his variations. He's missing the exact speed with which he's bowling, and that's a big concern. This is not the Arshdeep. I mean, he struggled even in the DC game also. Let us not forget. In the DC game, he was taken to the cleaners as well. So problems. If I have to
Yeah,
look
I
at it for
mean, if
Arshdeep.
you're looking at Arshdeep, he was never like the paciest of bowlers. When he was cranking it up, would touch 140 clicks. What really separated him was two things really: accuracy and consistency. And that accuracy and consistency came in handy when he would be nailing the Yorkers, whether it be wide ones, whether it be the ones with the stumps, or veering down leg side because of the angle. None of that. I'm seeing none of that. Every time he attempts the Yorker, it's either a full toss or a slot ball. Then he'll revert to try to do something different and more a short ball. I'm sorry, no one is getting troubled. If you're a top level batsman, no one's getting troubled by an Arshdeep Singh short ball because it neither has any pace nor will it end up climbing on you. It's just sitting there at that waist high level waiting to be smacked. That's exactly what was happening to him. So I'm looking at that and thinking, okay, what really is the deal? And in fact, even for Punjab Kings, I'm thinking, what is their plan for the death bowling thing? Because they have Harsha. Okay, I understand Arshdeep, maybe in a couple of years he's been wavered. Uh, Harshal Patel hasn't been anywhere close to being Harshal Patel since 2021. 2022 onwards, he struggled every single season. He became predictable. And ironically, he's another one who lost his Yorkers. Whether it be the dipping one, whether it be the regular one, not there. He's bowling either slot balls or he's going down leg side. And I'm like, what exactly is happening here? You paid 11 crores for a bang average bowler? What exactly is going on? You have Sam Curran there, who's bowling in the middle overs, who barely bowls, who's someone whose death bowling, I know got count last year, but has won England the T20 World Cup. So what really is the thinking? Yeah?
Exactly. And it was an ideal platform because the combined of Harpreet Brar and Kagiso Rabada had given away a total of, say, 36 runs in 8 overs.
Yeah.
Punjab
And
struggled
by
Around
the
that.
much.
way, I'm going to interrupt you there so that you can come back to your thoughts. I want to know from everyone. When I was picking Kagiso Rabada in my likely 11, I was getting outvoted. Every one of you wanted to
No,
remove.
I said Rabada has to start. I was the
Uh,
only one. I said
Start
Rabada
playing
has
it
to
with
be there.
yeah,
Ellis.
Parth and Harshit both wanted Rabada out. And I said, how can you have a Kagiso Rabada out, man? Come on. Come on. Extend that same courtesy to a Rabada as you extend to Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma for the batters I'm talking about, right? When these top level batters are slightly out of form, you say, no, 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 they're good enough,
I
right?
I will I will
No, no.
maintain. I will
You guys,
maintain
you said out with Rabada. Who's the guy you were going with?
I
Nathan
think
Ellis.
Ellis.
we rather got
Ellis.
Ellis.
swayed. We
Not a
got
bad
swayed by
choice.
those 2 years of bad form.
But look at him.
Agreed,
Class,
agreed.
man.
But I will
Yeah.
Class.
maintain. See, again, the when we were making the 11, I remember saying that yes, Ellis starts for me, but there was always a slash Rabada over there. But again, that was see, it was merited. Ellis's inclusion, you cannot question on numbers and performance that Ellis's inclusion would have been the wrong choice. I think Punjab would have been in their own right, and they would have been not wrong, let's say, to start with somebody like an Ellis. They had
No,
proof
they would
to
have been
begin
wrong.
with.
I'm sorry. They would have been wrong. You're
No,
starting
there's not
Ellis
proof of that.
ahead of Rabada. You would have been wrong. Are you going to start with Anuj Rawat ahead of Virat Kohli if he's not in form?
No, no, no. Again, Anuj Rawat, Virat Kohli, not the same comparison. And Ellis and
No,
Rabada of
Ellis
last
is
year.
not. Ellis,
Of
yes,
last year.
Ellis did well. I'm talking about Ellis is no established superstar of international cricket. Yeah, he is
Yes,
a
He
he is
barely
a
yes.
played first one, yeah?
he is a
But
patidar.
again, the wicket,
He
the
is
system
he
was
is
suiting
that.
him. The wicket there in Mohali was suiting him. He
I'm
was getting
sorry.
the amount of bounce that he needed to, and he was effective. And
I'm
Rabada on the
sorry.
other side, it's not like Rabada played when Rabada came in to replace Ellis. Rabada was doing anything different than Ellis. In fact, they regretted in a couple of games. I remember not having Ellis and having gone back to Rabada.
No, no, but that's okay. But you have to start with Rabada. It's like this. That's what I'm saying. You're going to start. Virat may have been in bad form. You're not going to have Virat Kohli sit out and start with a Patidar, instead of a Anuj Rawat or a Lomror ahead of him. You have to start with a Virat Kohli. Same way, Ellis, yes, was good. I agree with you. He was very good in the IPL last season. But again, he's not that international level star. Huh? You cannot make him sit out. If David Warner, given another example, if David Warner is not in form, you're not going to make him sit out and Prithvi Shaw start, right? He cannot
Hmm.
replace David Warner. It's the same sort of comparison. Yes, Prithvi Shaw can be explosive. He can get you runs, has done in the past. But Warner is Warner, yeah. Virat Kohli is Virat Kohli. Kagiso Rabada is Kagiso Rabada. Yes, 4 games, not good. Go to Ellis, no problem. But Rabada has to start as usual. But Harpreet Barar, again, he was my super sub to begin with when we were making likely 11.
Everyone's, I think, he
Yeah,
was.
super
In
sub.
fact, he made it to the 11 in our 11. I think Harpreet Bhai was there batting
Yeah.
at 7.
No, I think he was super sub. But anyway, we were all
Whatever, yeah.
bullish about him. He was good. He's been good. But to be honest, he's exceeded my expectation. I didn't think he'll be as good as he was now.
It's
And
the
this
I think
is
what
Punjab
remains.
Kings
I
patience
think
paying off.
the sticky nature of
There
the
you go,
wicket
Imran.
really suited him today.
Yeah.
Because
No, and this is
what is
Punjab
Harpreet
Kings.
Bhai? He's not a
Sorry.
turner of the ball. He's wicket to wicket. He can bowl in those tight channels, and exactly what he did today. Think 3 overs. At the end of 3 overs, he'd given away just 9 runs. So that's how
So if
effective you
if
are. And
if, if it was a sticky nature and it was going to help spinners, why is it that RCB they won? Why is it that RCB played 1.5 spinner in their team?
Because they like shooting
Even if you
themselves in
look
the
at it,
foot and
even
making it difficult.
Punjab Kings played 1.5 spinners today. Rahul Chair got only 1 over.
No, no, but see again, he did not bowl well is another thing, but they did not play one and a
Hmm.
half.
Yeah.
That's another fact. They
Mm.
went in with proper spinners.
In fact, they went in with 2.5 spinners because Livingston didn't get an over.
Exactly, exactly.
Absolutely not.
Not that
And
it was
Harpreet
needed.
Brar, if you look at it, he's done it in the past also. Look at the 2021 encounter between Punjab and RCB in Ahmedabad. Similar kind of a wicket. He had troubled every single batter because it was sticky wicket. His accuracy is what stands out when it comes to Harpreet Brar. Not much of turn, just bowling stump to stump, little bit of turn, the arm ball skidding. That's the ideal left arm spinner's recipe for success if you look at it. So Harpreet Brar and Kagiso Rabada today got you back into the situation, but it only needed something from DK. And DK, I'll tell you, he performs brilliantly in even years. Look at it. 2018, Nidahas. 2022 IPL, he was one of the stars that got him into the reckoning for the T20 World Cup and he made it. 2024, he's made a great start. 2 matches. He rescued RCB in the first game with Anuj Rawat. Now here he's done it with Mahipal
Siddharth,
Lomro.
is
So
there a is there a seventh candidate now we're about to discuss as far as that opening is concerned?
No, 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 no. Please, no.
I think you're done with DK. You're
Yeah.
done with DK. Like, I think that experiment you tried in 2022 didn't work. Because why it didn't work? By the end of the league stage, you're playing with Rishabh Pant.
Acha, you're
Hmm.
telling me that DK for T20 World Cup is not trending right now?
I mean,
Even
It
if it
trends.
is, just please ignore it. We should know better by now.
No, no, I
DK
agree. I
for
agree.
T20 World Cup, lovely man, but sorry. I think
But I
that
think
ship has sailed.
to be honest, such a fine guy DK is that if you ask him himself, no, he's so honest, he would have said, no, bhai, rehne do, let others go for it. I'm done. I'm done.
Especially when you consider the fact that he's not even keeping wickets right now. He's actually just there as a special batter.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to take
Shane,
a
when did
question.
DK take up? Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, go.
Yeah, Nikhil. No, first you, Nikhil.
But
No, I wanted to take a question. So finish your point. I'll take a question from one of our viewers. Very interesting
Oh,
one.
Shane, when did DK get the KKR captaincy in the middle of the season?
he did get captaincy in the middle of the season. He was bought in the 2018 auction after the Disaster Trophy and made captain. He was removed from captaincy mid-season 2021. That was when Morgan took over the captaincy, Owen Morgan, and they made a very unlikely run to the final.
Okay. Because see that would sum up my assumption that yes, DK does well only in even years. 18,
Acha,
then
that's why,
22, then 2024 he made a great start. So that's why.
well,
Yeah, in
to be very
2021,
honest,
people tend to forget his career was done. Many people thought that.
he's definitely
Yeah.
DK is definitely the topmost trend at the moment in terms of cricketing personalities right now. But no comments yet being made or no petitions being filed as yet of him being there for the T20 World Cup as yet. But they're calling him the perfect guy out there, the perfect batter, the perfect wicket keeper, the perfect finisher, the perfect commentator. So all sorts of things being said about him
He
right now.
hasn't kept any wickets so far in this
He's
tournament.
Mr.
Perfect
Perfect.
wicketkeeper.
Sorry.
So that I think your joke got missed.
What happened? I mean, I said Mr.
They missed
Perfect, but
your
what did he
joke.
say about it?
No, no, nothing. No one heard it. That's my point.
yeah, we didn't hear you. What did you say?
Oh,
He's
okay.
a,
Can you
he's a,
hear me now?
yeah.
Yeah.
But what did you say? We missed that.
I said that he is Mr. Perfect, DK. That's what Harshit is like saying, right? He's Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect was a wrestler,
Perfect
Shane,
wicketkeeper.
Kurt Hennig.
Yeah, yeah. Kurt Hennig. Kurt Hennig.
He's a perfect dad as well. I saw him babysit also very well,
Yeah.
even very well. So
Yep.
he's good at a lot of things. Okay, I'm going to take a question from Ashish Dhar, and
Hmm.
everyone can chip in with their thoughts. He says Virat Kohli should open with Rohit in case India bat first in the T20 World Cup. In case of chasing, Virat at number 3. Aussies take a lot of money in the IPL, but only play well for Australia and ICC. That's another comment. Let's start with the Virat Kohli one. Thoughts?
No, Yashasvi Jaiswal would be done a great disservice if Kohli is pushed to open.
Okay, Harshit.
No way, no way, no way. It puts into question so much. It puts into question your whole system. It puts into question cricketing logic, firstly. If you are to put aside somebody like a Yashasvi Jaiswal and then go ahead with the Virat Kohli, it questions your philosophy, it questions your vision, it questions your approach, it questions your ambition in many ways as well. So, not happening.
Siddharth.
No. Because by
Siddharth would say no
including
anyway. Siddharth would say no anyway because he's saying batting first, you should have him to open. And Siddharth, already his thoughts. Batting first, he just messes up the strike rate. So he's anyway going to say no. Siddharth might even say no to forget open or number 3. Siddharth will say forget, he should not be even in the 11. Am I right?
That I still agree with.
You agree with it, Shane?
you're right.
Should not be in
Yeah,
the
You're
11.
yeah.
right.
This Virat Kohli who got 70 in 40 odd balls.
Yes.
Come on. Come on.
No,
See, you know what you have
I
done?
stand by
I
what I
mean,
say.
Rohit and Virat, just on reputation alone, have come back 5 months prior to the T20 World Cup. Okay?
Oh,
They
so
have
you're
come
saying
back on
Rohit
that.
and Virat both
Because of
should not be
Rohit,
there.
yes. Because what you have
But
done is you have
that's
including a
something we
Rohit and
all
a
wanted,
Virat.
right? At one point when we were thinking of moving past and trying new philosophy, new template, I think we were all on the same page.
Yeah, but that's done,
Yeah.
nah. That's
Because
done.
what you are
You
doing is
given a sign that you're going with them now. You still don't. You think they should not be there.
Because
But Virat,
what you've done
Rohit's
is,
batting beautifully.
That's crying over
Rohit is
spilled milk
batting
now.
beautifully. He's batting well in the ODI World Cup. He's batting well now with a strike rate. So is Virat Kohli, standout performer in ODI. And now look at him. He in this just the second game, outstanding. Still, experience is not something you can buy. So you wouldn't
Mm.
want this experience with this approach that these two guys are having. They're matching the youngsters in terms of even the pace that they're batting with. Yes, if they tried to adopt that old school approach earlier, old school approach, let's say in Virat's case, old school approach, and in Rohit's case, inconsistency. If that continued is another thing. But right now, if Rohit continues to be consistent with that amazing strike rate, and Virat always had consistency but improves his strike rate, all of that comes together. Still, you guys don't want the two of them. Why?
see, the problem is if you're including, then they will definitely play. Now, there is no question of, oh, they shouldn't be picked, they won't pick. All those reports that Virat won't be picked for the West Indies thing because of slow pitches and all, it's all nonsense. He is playing, he is coming into the playing 11, both Rohit and Virat, okay? But what that has done is, it has made sure that you play a Yashasvi Jaiswal or a Rinku Singh. You have ensured that you can't play a Yashasvi Jaiswal and a Rinku Singh
By the way, you know what? What
because
I
of
tell you
these
one
two.
thing. That's very interesting that both of you, when that question came about opening, all of you were of the opinion that you can't do this to Yashashvi. You can't do. So you've all made up your mind that Yashashvi is definitely going to be there in the T20 team for the World Cup. I mean, that's a big statement because I tell you, Rinku, yes, Rinku was a 100% certainty. I don't think you can not have him. He goes in the squad. Yashashvi, if you ask me personally, I think you'll do a disservice to Yashashvi and Indian cricket if you don't include him. I think the way he's been batting, aggressive, but that's a personal opinion. I'm just telling you in terms of how Indian cricket is, viewing the T20 World Cup and so on. I'm not 100% sure that they're still viewing Yashashvi as the guy who's 100% certain to play in the 11. Rinku, maybe yes. Rinku, maybe yes, because he does another role, specialized role towards the death. You need that finisher, and he's consistent, yes. But I don't think they're as bullish about Yashashvi. They should be. I agree. Personally, if I was picking the team, I'd put Yashashvi. I'm loving his fearlessness, the way he's batting. But I don't think that he's so much of a certainty in terms of the minds of the management. And if that's not the case, then Virat opening is not necessarily a bad idea.
But just want to know as to why the management would even be thinking or would even be having
No,
that
because
iota of doubt, let's say, around Yashasvi at the moment. What more can he possibly be doing?
no, not more. What I'm saying is that we're kind of mixing formats. As in, he's done really well in Test cricket. He's done well in T20 also,
But his
but he's been
IPL
very,
season last
very
year as
aggressive.
well.
No, I agree. Very aggressive, but I don't think if let's put it simply, I think a Rinku has done so much more at the moment to cross anyone that you may have had in mind in
In
picking
that
the team.
role.
Yeah. Perception
Okay.
wise, I'm only talking about perception wise.
Yeah.
I don't think in the minds of the powers that be, Yashashvi has done so much more to think about leaving either a Rinku out of the 11 or a Virat out of the 11 or a Rohit out. I'm just saying names. Somebody will have to be left out, right? To fit him
Yeah.
in. Right now, what I'm trying to say is that right now the perception isn't that strong that if Yashashvi does not make it into 11, I don't think there will be a lot of question marks raised because of the guys that will be in the 11. So there will be a Virat, a Rohit, a Rinku, or a wicketkeeper batter, and all of that. I'm just
So
putting that
there'll be you saying there'll be lesser
aside.
brouhaha over the
Nothing.
exclusion of a Yashasvi than a Rinku.
Correct. So I'm saying it's not a given. It's not a given. Like because all of you said no with the Yashashvi there. I'm saying opinion is fine. Like if you think
Hmm.
that Yashashvi has to be there, I completely agree. Shane thinks that. Siddharth thinks that. Completely agree. There's no denying that. Personally, I also feel like that. But I'm saying, in terms of the larger perception or when a team is made, if tomorrow, what I'm just saying, if tomorrow when the 11 is made and Yashashvi is sitting out, and let's say a Rohit and a Virat are opening, and there's a Sky, and there is going to be a wicketkeeper batter, Hardik Pandya in that 11, all of that when you make that 11, and Rinku Singh. So your 11, I don't think there will be hell won't break loose, is what I'm
Hmm.
saying, right? So, which is why it's not unthinkable at the moment that Virat opens. It's not really hard. But yeah, if you tell me, for example, if if a Rinku Singh doesn't make it to the 11 and Rinku continues to have the season in IPL now as he's been, then I think there will be a lot of backlash. You'll say, how is it that you fitted an XYZ in the 11 but not had place for Rinku? There'll be a lot
But
of backlash.
even then, I
That's
think
what.
even Virat will have as an opener. I think for this whole theory to be to be able to be there. Let's say in the month of June, to be there for all practical purposes out there. I think Virat will also need a season of about 650 odd runs as an opener for you to be
No, no,
considering this
even
whole.
lesser, even
No.
lesser,
You talk about Virat
even
Kohli.
lesser.
I mean, are you
But
thinking that Virat Kohli again? I'm going. Virat Kohli is not going to the T20 World Cup. Whatever the
no,
season,
Of
I'm
course
saying
he's
that
good.
right?
Oh, good.
for you
So
to then
again,
make the switch and let
one
go of
by one,
Yashasvi,
one by one.
let
I'm
go of
asking you,
Yashasvi.
are you think he's not going to the
No, no,
T20 World Cup?
he's going.
Okay,
But I'm
okay. So
saying if
next
you're,
question. Wait. Next question. He's going to the T20 World Cup. Are you saying he's not in the 11? He's sitting on the bench.
he's playing, I'm saying he's
So
not
then, now,
opening.
why? How will you make the team, my sir?
He plays
I
number
will
three as he
try.
usually does, as he did, let's say in the Afghanistan series as
You
well.
can, so okay, excuse me. You will have to put Rinku Singh out then, boss.
That,
I'm just trying
again,
to say.
yes. Is
So
the team
that,
ready to do that?
but they cannot. That's what my point is. Harshit, you're not understanding my point. I asked you, is Rohit Sharma going for the T20 World Cup or not as of now?
He is.
Is if he's going, is he playing in the
Yes,
11 or not?
He captains.
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
Okay. Is a Virat Kohli going to the T20 World Cup or not?
He is.
If he's
yes,
going there, is he playing in the 11 or not?
He is.
Of course.
yes.
That's certain. Now make the team with Rohit Virat. Make your batting lineup.
But Rohit opens with
Arshdeep first.
Yashasvi, Virat at 3, Surya at 4, Hardik at 5, 6, you can have, let's say, Rinku,
Jitesh.
7, Jitesh, 8,
Hmm.
Jaddu, and 9, 10, 11 will be 9, maybe Kuldeep, and maybe then you'll have to do with 2 pacers and expect 4 full overs from Hardik.
Ah,
You're never getting four full overs from Hardik
exactly my point.
because then you'll have to get two overs each out of Hardik and Jaddu.
Exactly. The
So
only
that's
thing
really
with
the
this
issue.
is you only have 5 bowling options. Hardik being a fifth bowler, then who will then have to bowl 4 overs at full tilt.
Not happening.
Can't
That's
happen.
the
Can't
thing.
happen.
The other way around,
And there is also a
you change the
Shubman.
whole thing up. You change the whole thing up. Take Rinku, or either take Rinku out of the system, have another bowler, or have Rinku there. Then change things at the top. Take out a Yashasvi, promote Virat to open, and yes, another
But
bowler
that's
there.
exactly what
See,
we've
then
been
that
saying.
in that case, if Rohit and Virat open, okay, Yashasvi will be bat at 3.
No,
Yashasvi can't play in that
No.
case.
So if you look at it, what about a Shubman Gill? Who's your number 3 then?
no, Shubman's
No,
been there.
Shubman Gill sits out. He sits
He's
out.
already sat out in the Afghanistan series, my friend.
Exactly.
Yep. So where? Who's your number 3 then?
Virat Kohli, yaar.
No, you're opening
Virat's
with
opening, right?
Virat,
Virat's
na? Virat and
opening.
Rohit.
If no, I'm saying there is still a possibility you could do it. Then your number 3 is Surya Kumar Yadav.
Exactly. Then your number four can be a Hardik. You keep going further and further down. Then it's done. You're sorted.
So 4 Hardik, 5 Rinku, 6 Jitesh.
Yeah. Then seven Jadeja.
7, 7 Jaddu, 8
Jaddu.
maybe another one of the all-rounders then if you want. Maybe a Shardul.
You don't have who? Yeah. No. Not happening. Not in T20s. It'll have to
Okay,
be
so
four
8 is
bowlers. You
Kuldeep,
need.
8 is Kuldeep,
Then you
9
got three
is
pacers.
Siraj, 10 is Bumrah, 11 is Arshdeep.
Yeah. Exactly. You don't have eight batting options for T20s. You don't.
By the way, just to add, I believe Virat Kohli has spoken at the game, and I will still check 100%. But Varun Parvataneni points out, and we'll check this is what Virat Kohli has said, and I'm just going by him because as of now we don't have. But maybe you guys can check if that is really kosher or not. But Varun is a regular watcher of Sports Today, so I'm still quoting in terms of what Virat has said. He said that I know my name is now attached to promoting the game in different parts of the world when it comes to T20 cricket. I've still got it, I guess. So I think he's kind of said in a way that Virat Kohli is there on the flight to the T20 World Cup, because the T20 World Cup is going to a different part of the world. So
And not just that, he said when he said I still got it, he's not only referring to the promotion, he's talking about his knock. So he's saying, listen, you have a problem with my approach, my strike rate. Say what you want to know. That's what he's saying.
I did, in fact, Varun's right. I think while I was checking what was trending, I saw that quote doing the rounds as well. And I
It is.
think I
It is.
agree with Shane. Why he said the latter bit was because he was wanting to remind everyone. Maybe the talk was again reignited just a couple of days back when they played against Chennai and his strike rate was in question. Yet again, he's just reminding the world that in case you thought, well, I'm still here for the game. I'm here for the
did he
format.
catch Siddharth on Sports Today?
He's like that character in Welcome, RDX. Abhi bhi main zinda hu. That's the kind of thing that is there, isn't it? That's how Virat's thing is. Yes, yes. RDX, Ranveer, Dhanraj, Saka.
अभी हम जिंदा हैं.
That's how Virat's thing is. I know. So he said, I'm still here. Or if Shane's favorite WWE, Diamond Dallas Page, I'm still standing. Bang. That's how Virat Kohli is. Yes. Bang. So yes, this was bound to happen. And see, we all knew that after they came back for the Afghanistan series, they are both playing in the 11. They are playing in the 11. Now, what position? That will depend upon the management at that time in the US and the West Indies. Kohli, if you look at it, he'll open. Everybody else then gets a promotion. That's your playing 11 indication that is there. Rohit, Virat, Surya, Hardik, Rinku, Jitesh, Jaddu. Seventh. 7 batters.
That's your seven.
That's it.
By the
Your
way,
11 is
Shakin,
done. Forget
who
Yashasvi.
joins us, Shakin is saying that you guys are talking about the 11, but he would like to remind all of us. He says KL Rahul is not done as yet.
KL not done yet with what, precisely? Making everyone wonder where he's going to bat.
No, I don't think KL
But maybe
has a
maybe
chance.
KL has already decided to bow out of the race as he decided to open yesterday.
How do you know that?
But he's still
But never
keeping
say
wickets.
never.
He's still keeping wickets.
But are we willing to bat somebody who opens the batting for his team in the IPL at 5-6, not even 5-6-7, let's say in the Indian team?
But
Then
you're
the things
backing,
about
but you're backing a guy who's batted at number 3 and he's going to be an opener.
Siddharth,
But
1 and
because
3
he's in
is
the top
okay.
order, 1, 2,
There
3.
can be there can be something called an adjustment over there. This is like moving mountains.
Indian team
Okay,
believes in moving mountains.
I'm going to take a lot of super chats one by one, and one of us can answer each one. Sarvesh Gaurav, okay, Shane, you start. He says, Besto is a big panoti, and Harshal 11 crore is a waste.
See, the Harshal 11 crore waste, I entirely agree with. That I was very surprised he went for that much money. Best of being a Panauti, I doubt. I think he's just having that bad run of form.
Okay, Harshit, go ahead.
I disagree. I know Shane's been, I don't know what Shane's got against Harshal Patel. I'm not saying this just because there's a little bit of a ring in his name and mine. But I think Harshal Patel, it's a bowler's graveyard anyway. Chinnaswamy still did well over there. In one season, I know that season half of it was played in the UAE, but Harshal Patel, give him
They didn't
one
play a
chance.
single game in Chinnaswamy in 2021.
But give him chance, give him time over here. It's a new wicket for
Oh, he'll
him.
get a chance because now he's playing in
And
a different stadium. No, not in the graveyard.
Exactly. So yes, and he will be instrumental, I feel, some stage. So just wait with him.
He was instrumental today in RCB winning.
Okay, okay. Uh, Shubham Garg, Siddharth, this is just for you. This question. He says Virat Kohli's strike rate, batting first is 140, batting second is 136. So he's done the job that I asked you to do before passing a statement like that. Okay, so
He had
you are
time. He had the
what?
benefit of being a keyboard warrior. I had to come live at that time.
What?
What to do? So, okay, Shubham Garg, as I've always maintained, numbers hide certain things. Okay, it hides a lot of things. For example, KL Rahul is an IPL legend, but there are certain things, certain aspects which ensure that his numbers get pulled down. And 140 batting first, is it
No,
IPL?
but I'm going
136
to
batting
interrupt
second,
you,
is it
Siddharth.
IPL or
Siddharth,
T20?
here, no, 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 no. Here it's not about a subjective thing like match winner or something like that. It was as simple as you said, batting first, his strike rate isn't good. Batting second, it becomes better. It's a simple statement. It's got nothing. You did not say he's won so many matches, match winning knocks. Then it's a different debate altogether. You said strike rate. And if it is strike rate, then I think just hard facts and straight up stats are enough to scrutinize that statement. And in this case, he's told you
Not in the
that
case of
140.
Virat Kohli. Not at all in the case
No,
of
no,
Virat Kohli.
no, no.
No.
You said it's like
It
there
hides
was a
certain
simple.
things.
No, no, that's another thing. So that would have been hiding things would be for being a match winner. If you had gone and said, let's say hypothetically, that no, I think he plays more match winning knocks, okay, in the second innings compared to first, then strike rate doesn't matter. Then it's a question of perspective, situation, what is done, what is contributed. The simple statement was his strike rate, batting first, according to you, is worse than batting second. That was the statement. And the stats, if Shubham Garg is right, by the way, I'll also take it with a pinch of salt. We'll do our due diligence and check that stat. We can't do it on the fly. But if he is right, where he says batting first strike rate is 140 and second is 136, then you're wrong in that statement.
I don't know. See, I've not interpreted Virat stats totally blindly in that sense. I've had instances that show that whatever his strike rate is, there is some inflation. Everything is in isolation. It can't be merged together to just present you a grand schema of things.
How is
And
it
you
an
have to take it
inflation?
with a pinch of
Just
salt.
explain. Like what? What has happened? Like he added grace marks, dal ke thoda बढ़ा दिया. What? How is the inflation?
हो सकता है. हो सकता है. As I said, see, it's very misleading. I can't go by all of these things because this current crop of players hasn't won anything for a decade. Let's be very honest about it. We have
Yeah,
had
but
too
you're
many
shifting
of
the
these
goalpost.
instances, too
Yeah,
many of these
I
cherry picking,
agree.
too many of these nitpickings.
I agree, but you're
I'm
shifting
sorry,
the
there has
goalpost.
to be some muster.
You're shifting the goalpost, my friend.
No, 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 no. I'm not shifting the goalpost at all.
You are.
It is convenient. It is convenient cherry picking. Just to prove that a basis on one reputation alone, and you can pick and choose whenever you want, because you are the greatest match winner that this country has produced in the 21st century. I'm sorry, it doesn't pass muster at all. For any other player, Virat Kohli's form, if he had maintained for 2 years, he should have been kicked out. But because it's Virat, he's had 8 years of a grace period. He had to be persisted with, isn't it? Isn't it?
I
This is
mean,
what personality,
you see,
hostage to the cult of personality can do to an individual.
yeah,
That's
he
that.
was your standout performer in the last T20 World Cup that was played. He was your best batsman.
2022.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we are only
But those
so
2 years, I'm talking about 2020 and 2021. I'm sorry. Not 2022, 2020 and 2020. Those 2 years. Not the preceding 2 years of 2022 and 2023.
2021. You barely played two games. Pakistan game, I think he was the highest run getter, wasn't he? The everything.
58.
Yeah, but then so where is I'm just trying to think
But then you lost by 10 wickets. That's another thing altogether.
that you place the whole blame on the entire team, na? Not him alone. Okay, we're gonna be
Yeah.
running out of time. There are lots of questions, so let's go next one. Mehraj Rule says he wants to know. Okay, maybe all of us can answer in one line. He says, "What is the correct conclusion? RCB won or Punjab lost?" Quick, Harshit,
RCB won.
Dias,
Based on the middle overs, Punjab Kings lost it, but taking nothing away from RCB.
Siddharth.
Punjab lost.
Okay, I'm going RCB won. They won. Tough game, different situations. They pulled their weight. Whether it was bowling, Virat's batting, lower order, they won. Okay, Mehraj Rule comes again. He says, wow, RCB won without Mandana Perry. That's a rare sight. To be honest, Punjab is more balanced than RCB, but Livingston is being damat for too long. What do you think?
Basically,
That's
just not earning his place, basically. He's just
Yeah,
relaxing.
I got that. I got that. But what are your thoughts on his comment?
No, I mean, see, to be fair, there was a time last year when Livingston was dropped. So it's not a case of him being persistent with that. I remember they did bring in Sikandar Raza in between. Raza did have a few good knocks of the ball, but again, I think he's a better bowler and it really depends what you're looking for. That being said, I agree, Livingston needs to step up and step up. We know what he can do. He's just not being shown yet.
I
He's
I just
he's
wish, I
just
just wish that
he's being the bada damad, if you ask me, not just the damad.
What does
Where
that
there's
mean?
a
The difference?
there's a place reserved, there's a special treatment being given, and he comes first. So right now there's no, his place is not in danger, but time now for him to step up.
I mean, I just hope one of the RCB guys at least smashes the glass window of a car. Because RCB women's fortunes changed when Elise Perry hit that, shattered the glass of a car, and RCB kept on winning after that. And they won the WPL title. So the glass ceiling was broken, and this was one of the placards that were, please hit one into the car window. We want to break that glass. That's what the RCB fans had at the venue.
Okay.
I just hope
Pranit,
one of them do it.
okay.
I'm done.
Okay, Pranit Datta says, because of the statement I said earlier between the two players, between Rinku and Yashashvi, if I had to drop one, I'd go with Yashashvi because Rinku is undroppable. So he asked a question saying, why can't they drop Rinku? Yashashvi is undroppable according to him. He says India's problem last World Cup was the power play batting. They just were not getting quick starts. That's a valid point, but I think they've changed the approach. I think now how Rohit is batting, there's been a change in approach on that. And why I say what Rinku is undroppable is because of that tough job that he does. There are very few people who can do that job. Not in Indian team, globally. I think that's a problem. But for him to do that job, the approach has to be like that from the top. And what I saw of the Indian team in that Afghanistan series, that included a Virat Kohli, everyone was told, don't spend time, go for attacking shots because we have enough batting lineup towards the death. And if that's the approach that they're going to have, then I think I would value Rinku slightly more than Yashashvi. I love Yashashvi. I would want him to be in the 11, but I'd value him more.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yep.
Shubham Garg has a question. Maybe one of you can answer that. He says VK has tremendous record as opener in IPL. So why does not he get to open in international T20? He's only one batting out of position despite such great record. Anybody?
I mean, see, he did
Why?
bat a lot of the time in the middle order, even for the IPL. It was a pretty recent phenomenon, 16, 17 times that he started opening, by which point I think he had already been established as a middle order bat for India. You weren't just going to change his position. I mean, he had pretty good numbers even back then. Makes no sense.
Don't get
Okay.
swayed by the IPL, please. I mean, if there is one thing that every Indian fan has to learn, 15 years, don't get swayed by the IPL. You got swayed by the IPL by DK's performance in 2022. See how it landed up in the main World T20 in 2022. Look at all that. There are so many instances. Don't get swayed by the IPL. That is your ultimate albatross that you got around your neck. You think that IPL is the solution for everything, but India has never won an ICC World T20 ever since the IPL came into existence. So you cannot take it as the be
Not
all and
linked,
end all of it.
not linked.
Okay. Final question from Vishal Panchal. Uh, since it's about the strike rate, Siddharth can answer it. He says, is anchor who plays with 140 plus strike rate still valuable based on today's performance by Virat Kohli in T20 eyes? Are you happy? In effectively, this question is a way asking 140 plus strike rate. Are you satisfied? That's the question. Finally,
Absolutely. I mean, see, as I had mentioned in the mid innings, chasing, no problem. Chasing, absolutely no problem. Today, there can be no question about Virat's knock whatsoever. He played according to the situation. And
Okay.
that is why,
Even the first match, Siddharth, I know I wasn't there as in the discussion then, but even the
not the
first
first
when there
game.
was runs coming from the other end, he did not have to be the aggressor. I think he batted to the situation last time around as well.
The same philosophy has hurt India every single time. The
If
same
there is
philosophy.
if there is somebody batting at 150, 160 on the other side, and I'm batting at 130, that still makes for a good 140, 145 as the average strike rate for me as an opening pair. What's wrong with that?
You are well short of setting up a target. You are well
I
short.
could be on certain days. I agree. I'm saying I could be on certain days, but on some days, like was the case, let's say last time, it's fine. Situation today, it was fine.
Chasing. Chasing is never a problem. Absolutely no problem. That's the
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
But
I'm
while
gonna take
setting
two.
a target, that's where India has been hurt.
Okay, I'm going to take two comments before we wind up tonight's discussion. We've gone on for almost an hour, but these are valid suggestions. One coming from Sai Srivastav. He says, the scars run deep in this set of players, which he's talking about the seniors. He says, we are so backward in T20s compared to the other teams. A fresh captain with no baggage will at least give a chance, in my opinion. So, according to him, all seniors, that includes Rohit, Virat,
Couldn't
should
agree
be.
more. Couldn't agree
Yeah.
more.
Okay. Abhishek Singh says this was a chaseable score for Virat. Can he and Rohit or even KL chase when it's in excess of 200 in a World Cup pressure match? I don't think so. Why not give youngsters the T20 completely? Okay. This is the second opinion. And the final comment of the day, I'm going to take Piyush Nandre, because we spoke about damads and that was a common thread. He says, listen, honestly, guys, 50% of PBKS are damads since 2008. End of argument. Mic drop. That's what he said.
Well said.
Okay.
Okay, on that note,
Well
thank
said,
you so
Piyush.
much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. We were remote. We all enjoyed our Holi. But tomorrow, normal service resumes. We're back in office. So look forward to your company then. Anything else anyone
It's
wants to add? Or
Chennai versus
forever?
GT.
Oh,
Yeah.
repeat of last year's final.
Yes.
Anything else? Or forever hold your silence?
No, nothing else.
Nothing.
Tomorrow's going to be a crackerjack
No, holding
contest.
silence.
Yeah. Good night.
Anything
Bye
else,
bye.
Siddharth?
Give me
No, don't
suggestions for
interrupt, Siddharth.
of
Siddharth, go
give
ahead.
me
Siddharth.
suggestions for taking this color off my hand. So yeah. Good night. Bye bye.
Siddharth, he wants you to go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't take your time. Say whatever you want to say.
No, I mean, what can I say? I mean, tomorrow we are going to see a blockbuster repeat of that final, 3-day final. I hope that doesn't go that far this time around. So go
3 days.
Chennai tomorrow.
No reserve day,
3
Siddharth.
days. Thank God. Thank God for that.
Can I say bye bye now?
Yes.
Yes,
Bye bye.
please.
Good night. Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair. Eat your vegetables.
Don't trouble your mothers.
Don't
Especially
trouble your
hope you
mother.
didn't do it today.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Bye,
Happy
bye,
Holi.
bye, bye, bye. Happy Holi, people. Bye.